Spencer Leniu is about to be charged by the NRL over that alleged racial slur of Ezra Man, which put a bit of a... It did. I don't want to underplay it. It was really disappointing on what is been billed for 12 months as a global event for rugby league to show themselves to the world. That was really disappointing for the alleged incident. Obviously, we've got to be careful about defamation and everything. Innocent until proven guilty, but not a great look. No, it's not a great look. And I was listening to Dave Riccio this morning on the radio, and he sort of put it perfectly. Like the players have done such a good job, especially the ones over there, to promote this game, and you know they've done a good job in trying to bring the game to an American audience. So you know, to be let down if these allegations are true, to be let down by something like that is pretty disappointing. And again, like you said, they're allegations, and you know we need to be as fair as possible to Spencer in the meantime as we can be. But there's no place for racism in our society. We know that it still happens, and unfortunately people still fall victim to racism in our society. But if there was one space where racism should never happen, it is in the NRL. And you know, it's one of those things, I have no doubt that if it is proven, the allegations are proven, that you know Peter V'landys and Andrew Abdo will probably, you know, go down, you know, pretty hard on Spencer Leniu. And you know, there were suggestions this morning that you know he should be facing anywhere between an 8 to a 12-week ban, and of course that's preempting things. But you know, I would not be surprised that if he is found, you know, guilty of the allegations, that he is probably facing a lengthy stint on the sideline. Yeah, definitely. What I don't like in all this is players climbing into Spencer Leniu and basically accusing him of doing it without him having his day in court. I think that's the important thing here. If he has done it and they can prove that he did it, yes, he deserves a long ban, but nothing's been proven yet. So I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with coming out and supporting Ezra. You know what I mean? Like just... But climbing into Spencer and accusing him of being guilty of something where he hasn't actually had... I just don't like that in general with anything. I think everybody deserves their opportunity to present their case, no matter what the case is. That's the thing. So just to catch up on things, so in the wake of that alleged incident yesterday in the game, they asked Ezra if he wanted to make an official complaint. He said yes. Then Phil Buzz Rothfield spotted Graham Annesley, the head of football, in the wee hours of the morning in the foyer of Allegiant Stadium, waiting for Andrew Abdo. So they were going to go through all available audio and footage overnight to try and get ahead. Well, not get ahead of it, but get on top of this thing, because you know they obviously know the seriousness of it. In the meantime, Broncos players have confronted Spencer Leniu in the hotel because the NRL had booked the Roosters and the Broncos on the same floor, as Buzz reported the other day, just metres away. You know, and so there was words exchanged there. In the meantime, Peter Bedell, just revelation that a Roosters player has reached out to Ezra Mam to apologise for the alleged incident, which was big. Big move on there. And then now we see that he's been charged, or it will be referred straight to the judiciary. That's right. You know, this thing's going to move fast, and I think the NRL's got a little bit of time on its hands, because obviously now the Roosters don't play until next weekend to get through on this. But look, and you saw obviously overnight Latrell Mitchell, Katoni Staggs, Cody Walker, guys go out on social media to condemn the alleged actions and throw their support behind Ezra, because broke my heart hearing Jonathan Thurston say that Ezra was in tears in the sheds. And, you know, for a guy who brings so much, you know, it shouldn't happen, but this, you know, wonderful guy, wonderful ambassador for rugby league, shouldn't have his Las Vegas experience sullied by this. No, they were terrible scenes. It's, but anyway, we'll play out in court. Or kangaroo court, wherever it is. It will. I mean, I think, again, you know, this will all sort of play out in front of the judiciary. But after the match, or immediately after the match, Spencer was asked
about this by our very own Brent Reid, and he did say that, you know, it was all fun and games. So whether, I'm not going to, you know, you can't imply that that is an admission that he did actually say anything. But, you know, that's also a problem that, you know, we face in society, this idea that, you know, casual racism or things in the heat of the moment are somehow, you know, maybe more acceptable. And, you know, obviously, like you said, man was left in tears. So for him, there was nothing funny about it. It wasn't fun and games. So, yeah, like you said, I think it'll play out quickly over the next 24, 48 hours. But it's going to be, an interesting time for Spencer Leniu.
It did come off as a flippant response. I mean, but I will, whether that was intended or whether the fact that you've just played a really ferocious game, you've come off, maybe he wasn't understanding the gravity of it, but that wasn't a great look. I won't hang him by that, but it was obviously...
No, but that's what I mean. You don't actually know exactly when he says that, what he's referring to. So
that's right.
Yeah, absolutely. But, yeah, oof.